Are you looking for a builder big enough to have great systems, but still small enough to care about you as a customer? Well, David Weekley might be the builder to check all of those boxes and more for you, but do they really live up to all the hype? So in today's video, we are going to go behind the builder with David Weekley. But before we get to all that, if we have not met yet, my name is Brock and I help folks just like you buy new construction homes all over San Antonio and the surrounding areas. So if you happen to have any questions about buying a new construction house, or if you need help finding that perfect new build for you and your family, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I've got all of my contact information down below, and I would love to be a great resource and help you and your family find that perfect new house for you guys. So again, in this video today, we are going to be diving into a lot of information about David Weekley as a builder so that you have a really good understanding of who they are. And if you're considering buying one of their homes, it might help you make a decision if you want to proceed forward with them or not. So stick around and watch this video in its entirety, but let's start off and dive into a little bit of history about who David Weekley is and how they got started. Back in 1976, David Weekley Homes was actually founded by a guy named, well, David Weekley and his older brother. They saw an opportunity to start building some homes, and they focused on the design and layout of the homes as kind of a differentiator between the other builders in the area. And soon they were building about 600 homes a year in Houston, Texas alone. So yes, they are a Texas-based company with Texas roots, but after some time they decided to start expanding their company. So they expanded to other cities in the state of Texas, mostly Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, and San Antonio. And now they're in 19 different cities across the country. And so with this, they're building hundreds and hundreds of homes in many different communities each and every single year. And they've sold about 125,000 homes up to this point. So they did start off as a local Texas builder, but because of their success, they did of course become a national builder. But they are one of the largest privately held national builders, and they aren't publicly traded on the stock market like some of the other big name builders are. And this is an advantage here because even though they are a large national builder, they are privately held, so they're not having to speak to their investors and please the investors, right? A lot of these big national builders, when they're publicly traded, have to appeal to their investors and kind of do what the investors want and not necessarily what the consumer or the customer wants. But David Weekley, again, since they're privately held and employee owned, they do speak to their customers, which are the people buying their homes. And also because they're not one of those large national builders or volume builders, they do have the ability to really focus on the craftsmanship and the quality and really make the design layouts more appealing. And with this, they've always kind of operated with a people first kind of mindset. They always want to put their customers first and kind of really help them out, because one of the things I did read about David Weekley upon doing my research for them is the fact that David Weekley, he kind of saw some things that were happening with the builder he was originally working for, and that was a catalyst into him launching his own home building company and, you know, developing it the way it has turned out. He's really put the people first and kind of had those forward-thinking designs. And so even today, you can see through a lot of their home designs that they are very uniquely laid out. They're very well designed and laid out. If you've ever seen any of the home tours here on the channel, you will see that they do have a very nice appeal to them. I personally like the David Weekley Homes. They do a really good job, in my opinion, of designing these houses, not only from the layout standpoint, but also just from a design perspective when it comes to all of the interior and exterior finishes. They really know what to kind of put in these homes and making them appeal to the Texas home buyers here in the local market, even though they are, again, a more national builder. And now with David Weekley having about 45 years of experience building homes all over the place, they've accumulated quite a number of awards. In fact, here you can see they've got over 1,550 awards just under my screen there, which is quite a lot, including more than 880 for product design alone. So they built some really nice houses. They've got a lot of awards to back it up. In fact, I thought this was really neat to see too, is the fact that they were the first home builder in the United States to earn the Triple Crown of American home building, which I've never heard of. I know when I hear Triple Crown, I kind of think of horse racing, you know, and Secretariat, I think, is one of the horses that won the Triple Crown. But this Triple Crown honor includes the America's Best Builder Award, the National Housing Quality Award, and the National Builder of the Year Award. So the fact that they've won all three of those awards in the same year and probably multiple times is honestly quite impressive. They've also got a numerous awards for different, you know, local associations. Like right here, it says that they've won 6 times for Builder of the Year at Home Builders Association for Greater Austin area. They've multiple wins for Builder of the Year in the Dallas Builders Association, and recognition in 2021 as Builder of the Year in the Greater Atlanta Home Builders Association. So they've got a lot of stuff. And in fact, their employees also really like working for them. They've been recognized 19 times as one of the 100 best companies to work for. So they really do care about their people, their product, and their customers. So that is one thing. We're going to be touching on reviews later on, but they do say here that they've got 4.8 out of 5-star reviews through their independently certified ratings system that they've got. We're going to touch on that briefly and share some of those with you as well, but I want to share some more information about them specifically for San Antonio. Now here in just a moment, we are going to go back back to my desktop, I'm going to show you some more homes of what they look like in the San Antonio areas, where they're building, and talk about the number of communities that they're building in. But I wanted to share some information about the price point and how David Weekley is operating, at least in the San Antonio area. It's one of the few builders that I'm aware of that has a build on your own lot ability. So if you like David Weekley Homes, but you don't want to live in a master plan community, as long as they're willing to drive out to wherever your lot is, they will build a house for you. And they are a semi-custom to, I believe, a fully custom builder. They may be only a semi-custom, but regardless, they have a lot of floor plans for you guys to choose from, and they really allow you to kind of customize it and really make it your own. So if you're planning to build on your own lot, it could be a really good option, as they are one of the fewer builders that will allow you to build on your own lot. Outside of that, if you don't want to go through all of that process and you just want to live in a normal neighborhood closer to the city limits and have them do a lot of the design choosing for you, they do have many master plan communities all over San Antonio, where again, they have both inventory homes as well as ones that you can build from the ground up. And again, they are semi-custom, so you are able to choose different structural options and upgrades, and you can choose the interior and exterior finishes to really kind of make the home as much yours as it possible. So with that, they do allow for that customization on that level, which is really nice to see. Now for the pricing of these homes from David Weekley, they price anywhere from the low 300s all the way to 700,000 and up. So they do have a pretty wide range of prices there. And in just a moment, again, I'm going to be sharing my screen and showing you the different communities. We're going to be looking at some of the different floor plans they offer and showing you the style, the prices, and just where they're building. So with that, let's go ahead and actually do that right now. Let's flip over to the screen and let's just kind of look at David Weekley. So here is a map of where they're currently building at. They've currently got 10 active communities across San Antonio, Bernie, New Braunfels, Bulverde, and those kind of areas. In these communities too, they have a couple of different lot sizes in some of them, but they also, again, do build on your own lot. And they've also got 3 communities that are coming up soon. So let's just kind of look at these communities. Again, here's the build on your own lot. They have anywhere from 2,000 to just over 5,000 square feet, which is a massive home that you could do that. Here's one of the coming soon neighborhoods starting in around 3,000 square feet range. But this is to give you an idea of where they're at. This Mayfair community is up in New Braunfels. It's a new master plan community that is quite amazing. I've got several of their model homes already on the channel if you want to check it out. Megan's Landing, half-acre home sites out here. They've even, like their model home, they've got pictured here. I don't have a video of it yet, but it will be coming up in the future. They've actually got an additional dwelling unit on the backside of this model home. So not only do you get a main house, but you do have like a mother-in-law suite is what they typically like to call it, where you can have an extra guest house out in the back, which is nice. Maya Ranch is up in New Braunfels, which is really nice. And then here are some of the additional neighborhoods that they do offer. So with that, let's go ahead and look at a few of their floor plans. This is the Ladera. This is the community with the lowest price I saw, for starting at $329. Again, this is the base price, so it doesn't include things like any upgrades, structural changes, anything like that. But let's go ahead and look at a few of the different homes to kind of give you a really good idea of what this may look like. So here's this house right here at $330,000. So let's check it out. 1,698 square feet. It's got 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, and a 2-car garage. So here is the floor plan. Maybe I can move myself over to the bottom so that you can see the full screen there. There's the floor plan. So it's not a super massive house, right, at almost 1,700 square feet, but for an entry-level house, especially at $330,000, you're getting a good quality house. You're getting a lot of space. You're getting a 3-bed, 2-bath house with a nice large walk-in closet, double vanity sinks, a stand shower, and a tub, it looks like. So it's really nice looking there. But let's see if we can look at a few of the photos here. And all right, so there's the exterior. You got a nice stucco and stone exterior, blends in beautifully with the San Antonio style of homes. Now this looks like it could be kind of a stock image that they have of their other homes, but again, you can kind of see some of the quality that they do have in this house. It's got the nice wood-like floors there. It's probably vinyl flooring, but very nice flooring there. Quartz countertops, got cabinet pulls, which is not easy to see. Rather, it's not easy to find on homes at this price point. Usually you're having to put your own handles on cabinets, but I digress a little bit. Very nice open space. You got a lot of windows to let in some natural light here as well. So I really like their homes. I think they are very well designed, again, very well built, but I'm going to let you look at this as we kind of round out the last few pictures here. I like the primary bathroom here, walk-in shower, as you can kind of see in this mirror shot there. Let's see if maybe they got a better picture of it, and they don't. That's okay though. But yeah, very beautiful house. And for $330,000, you can't honestly beat the quality for the price. I mean, other builders at this price point aren't going to have the same level of quality, in my opinion, unless of course it's some of the other builders that you've seen on the channel that I recommended. But hopefully that gives you an idea of like the starting price. But let's see if we can find this one here, the Rio Vista. I don't know anything about this plan, but it is 2,700 square feet. It's right at $386,000. It's got 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2 to 3 full baths, and a half bath. So depending on how you design the structural options, you can see some of the other options right there for the first floor plan. And right here, let's see, you've got a study or an office space. You've got the primary bedroom on the bottom floor that looks like a huge walk-in closet right there as well. And let's see if we can flip over to the second floor. So upstairs, there's not a whole lot. Got a large game room, media room, whatever you want to call it, as well as a TV room and 2 extra bedrooms and a bathroom. So let's look at a few of the photos. We won't spend a whole lot of time here, but I just want to show you kind of what they have. Some different elevation options, the exterior, and we don't get to see the inside of the house. So I apologize. I thought we were going to be able to see that, but maybe we can find another one real quick just to kind of look at. This one looks like it's built, let's see, 378,000. It's almost 2,500 square feet. It's got 3 to 5 bedrooms, 2 to 4 bathrooms, and a half bath. So this one has the ability to fit a lot of space in it. I'm sure that square footage will go up depending on the options, but here is the floor plan. Again, you've got the primary bedroom downstairs, you've got another study office, a half bathroom, 2-car garage, open area, and moving to the second floor, you've got another retreat and 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs. So I'm sure one of the options is, so there's one of the options there. So that retreat becomes another bedroom and bathroom. And on the first floor, again, they have all sorts of different options. So the 5th bedroom with another bathroom takes place over that study. If you see, the study turns into that area there. So there's a lot of different options here to really make it yours, but let's see if we can see some images here and get some photos of what it looks like. And we're not. So I apologize. If you want to go see this one in person, it does look like this is the actual image of that house. So if you would like to go see some of these in person, let's absolutely do it. But let's look at this community here. This is David's Ranch on the far west side. They have 60-foot lots. They've also got a couple of other top-rated builders in this community, and they've recently opened up a new phase. So you can see they're starting a little bit higher price point in the 450s, but they do have a little bit larger homes. And even just looking at this model home, you can see that this is a very nice open space, really nice luxury floor. They got the wide plank floors, got the nice cabinets, a really interesting backsplash there. I think it looks very nice, and a large island as well. So let's look at some of the other pictures from the other angles. This is a very open floor plan. I think it's only the first floor. Nice large covered patio, but let's see, that's their old model home. That's the old one. So let's see if we can see some homes for sale. Let's see. Let's look at this one, the Fairlane. It's got it. I clicked on it because I had a 3-car garage and it's a teal accents. I don't know how you feel about the teal, but please let me know. What do you think about it in the comment section? Maybe we'll get to see some interior shots. Here we go. Looks like it's the study and the office space, kitchen, lots of cabinet space there. Nice large island as well. Another view. It kind of looks like the model home. I don't know if it's the same floor plan or not, but it kind of looked like the model home as far as the layout. It does have some different flooring here compared to that model home that we saw. The primary bedroom and bathroom, covered patio, decent sized backyard, but it comes with that 3-car garage. Again, it's 2,257 square feet, starting at 460, sorry. It's got 3 bedrooms, 2 to 3 bathrooms, and 0 to a half bathroom, depending on how you lay it out. So let's look at the floor plan. So here, this option is a 2-car garage with some additional storage, but of course you can make it a full 3-car garage. It's got an option for a fireplace, the covered porch, extended covered porch, French doors in the study, all sorts of stuff. Let's look at the second floor. It's not loading. I don't know what's going on. But on that note, that is a couple of the plans. Let's maybe see if we can look at one more. Let's see here if we can find something on the upper end of the price range. Oh, they have some quick move-ins down here. This is perfect. This one is ready now, the Palomar. 3,000 square feet, $535,000. It's got 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, large covered porch back there. The primary bedroom is downstairs with the study, 3-car garage, large walk-in closet, utility room here as well. well. Let's see about the second floor. Got open to below, you've got a retreat, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms up here as well. So pretty good layout, 3,000 square feet. So those are gonna be good sized bedrooms, lots of open space there. And then let's look at the photos to give you an idea of what it looks like. Now this is kind of a typical style for homes in the San Antonio area, the brick and the stucco, or brick and stone rather. There is also stucco and stone, as we saw in a couple of the other homes. That is an option and typically what you see in a home in San Antonio. But here it is. Here's the inside. You got the double oven, a microwave, a nice backsplash two-tone cabinets, right? You've got a bluish gray, maybe it's gray. You let me know if that's gray or blue. I don't know. It looks gray. And some white cabinets as well. Gas cooktop, nice wood-like tile flooring there. Study area, virtually staged, and again a study, again the study. Here it is, maybe the living room, the dining room, open up to the second floor with some staging and a couple different angles. Here's the primary bedroom as well, but you kind of get the point. They've got some really good styles and designs overall in their homes. All right, so there's one more community I want to show you. It's going to be Megan's Landing. They've got the half-acre home sites. This is, again, where you're going to be seeing some of the larger homes. You're going to have a much larger lot with a half-acre. You're going to have some more design options, but it's also going to be a little bit more expensive on the pricing. So here's their model home. This kind of just show you a couple of the things, from a different price point and standpoint for that matter of what they can do. I've walked through this model home. It is a beautiful model home. And again, this one specifically has that detached extra house, the mother-in-law suite, part of the floor plan. So there it is in the picture. It's kind of interesting that they are offering it, but it's very nice at the same time. So if that's something you're looking for, whether you've got a parent or some kids with you, still living with you, kind of give them that extra space, shove them off into the back of there, and then you can enjoy your main house without them, worrying about it. But what I'm trying to get at here is this is the mother-in-law suite that I was telling you about. Still spacious, still looks very nice. It's not like it's cheaply done and just kind of thrown in there. They do a really good quality on their house. But let's see if we can look at a couple of the different floor plans. Let's see if they have any move-ins with photos, and they don't have any move-ins with photos. They're all the renderings. That's very unfortunate, but you can see some of the different pricing, right? This move-in, 739,000, almost 3,700 square feet. You've got 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 3-car garage, 1.5 story. This community too, they're all side entry garages. That's part of the HOA rules, is that they all have to be side entry garages. So if you see like on this side of the house, you're probably going to come in from this right side and pull into the garage. So that's just how they operate for this community, but they do have a lot of really good design options. Again, here are a few more for you to look at, and maybe we can pull out a photo. This looks like a real photo. This is their Chadwick plan, starting at 645,000. It goes all the way up to 5,144 square feet, which is massive. But if you're balling out there like some of you guys are, which is awesome, then this could be a good option for you. You're going to be spending a little bit of a premium, right? It is starting at 644,000. That's going to be for a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1 half-bath, and a 3-car garage. So if you're looking for any of the extra stuff, like if you want the 5 bathrooms and the 4-car garage, you can certainly design that to be how you would like to. But here are some of the options, right? You've got 4-car garage like that, depending on how you want. But this is an interesting layout. You've got 2 bedrooms up here on the front, another bedroom here, study, primary bedroom and bathroom in the back corner, large open living room and kitchen space here. And then you've also got the second floor, if it shows up. I don't know why the second floors aren't showing up anymore. Don't know what's on here, unfortunately. There's covered deck. You can have a covered deck on the second floor and a bonus room. I don't know how that ties into the rest of the plan, unfortunately. But if you want to go check out one of these plans, I'm sure we can find one somewhere and go look at it. But this is the courtyard leading into the front yard or front door. So what I'm trying to get at here is the fact that David Weekley, they do have some really unique designs to their homes. They do a really nice job when it comes to the craftsmanship, the layouts, the way they look. I know we only looked at a few pictures there, but they do a really good job overall in making the design and making it feel really luxurious without having a super luxury price tag, even at those those homes that were, sub $400,000. Like they were all very nice homes. They had a really nice feel for being the price point that they were. All right, so now that we've seen some of their floor plans, let's go look at the reviews. They do have all of their reviews on their website. They've got 275 reviews for San Antonio. I want to focus on San Antonio specifically since that's where I'm able to help you guys out the most. They've got an average rating of 4.7 out of all of those reviews that they have. Now, they do say it's independently verified and certified here. So these aren't just the ones that they've handpicked and decided to show you, because I do see on a lot of builder websites where they say, hey, these are reviews. And of course, they only pick the best ones. They don't want to show you the bad ones. And you can see over here on the top right-hand side, out of the 275 reviews, 237 of them are 5 stars. And you can see the breakdown. There's not many 1-star reviews. And we'll take a look at a few of those lower rating ones in a moment. You can see from these folks, just 22 days ago, I was very pleased with the home buying experience from the beginning and through the closing process. Everyone was extremely helpful and supportive. The whole team was very pleasant and accommodated as we were out of state. They made it easy to correspond and keep our webpage up to date. So sounds like David Weekley is, offering some sort of builder update website for you guys to look at, which I have seen from some builders. This person says the entire process was smooth and understandable. Everyone was courteous and informative and patient, and answered all of our questions. So really good. This one said they're almost there. I don't know how much I want to give a 5 stars, but I can't. I don't want to get, it sounded like they were upset with hollow core doors. Why are there no medicine cabinets? Is that an upgrade? So just, maybe some personal opinion. If you don't need a medicine cabinet and you don't care about hollow core doors because that is a more normal type of door to use inside of the house, then that would be okay. Amazing experience. Second time building. So they're seeing some good stuff, but let's check out some of the 1-star reviews all the way up to a 3-star rating, because you want to see some of this. Warranty nightmare. The sales process was one of the best experiences, being I've purchased 2 new builds and this is being my 3rd. It's the warranty since they failed miserably as a builder. Very disappointed in David Weekley Homes. Too many significant problems. There's truly not enough room to type out all the problems they have to deal with. Workmanship, attention to detail lacking. So, and despite all of the good reviews, there are always going to be some bad reviews. Unfortunately, these builders are only human, right? They use humans to build these homes, and human error is going to happen in any home that you buy, regardless of the builder that you choose. So, unfortunately, some people just have a bad experience, but as you saw with those reviews, there were a lot more people who had a positive experience with David Weekley than those that had a bad experience. So don't let some of the bad reviews sway you from working with David Weekley. I personally have not helped anyone yet with a David Weekley home, but I've heard really good things about them, not only from the reviews that we just saw, but from other agents that have worked with them themselves. So if you are considering David Weekley, they could be a good option for you guys to consider. And I would highly recommend that you reach out to me and let's schedule some time to go explore them, look at them in person, because there's nothing better than you guys forming your own opinion on these builders and getting to see them firsthand. It's always good to look at reviews and make sure that you're not working with someone who's terrible. But at the same time, there are far more 5-star reviews that we saw on that website versus the bad ones. And while we're talking about David Weekley from this standpoint a little bit, let me talk about their website. It's not one of my favorite websites to use. It is kind of clunky and difficult to navigate. If you're trying to find a specific market, you have to type on it and hit go versus just like clicking on a location. So it does take some extra clicks to kind of navigate and get around the website. Even when you're looking out their About Us section, they have like this massive video that stays at the top of all of the sections, and so you really have to scroll through the massive video just to kind of read the other information on the webpage. So I wish they would do a little bit better of a job on designing the website and making it more user friendly. However, it is overall just a website to go look, and at the same point, it is better to go look at these builders and experience them again in person for yourself. Now with David Weekley, they do have a warranty that they offer to all of their homeowners. It is a 1 to 10 warranty like most of the other builders. I know it sounded like the home warranty process was a nightmare for at least a couple of people that had a negative review that they wanted to leave, but the 1 to 10 warranty, again, is like all the other warranties. For the first year, it's like a bumper to bumper warranty on a car. You can think of it that way, right? So just about anything that can break during that first 12 months of you owning the home, as long as you submit a warranty claim before your 12-month mark, the builder will come out and repair those items and get them functional for you guys again. Now, one of the reviews I did see was the fact that it took multiple times for one issue to be resolved. That could just be a contractor specific issue versus the builder issue, right? They do send contractors out to fix these things during the warranty claims. So don't let that hold you back. After the first year warranty though, you move on to a 2-year warranty where just like the systems and components that are inside the walls are covered. So HVAC, plumbing, and electrical systems. If there's any malfunction with any of those systems, they're covered for the 2 years. And then after that warranty falls off and expires, then you're left with your 10-year structural warranty, which is your roof, foundation, and any structural walls and components of that house that are covered for that first 10 years. So you do have a peace of mind with that warranty. Now these homes with David Weekley too are all very energy efficient. They're built to the latest codes and standards because 1, they have to, and 2, it helps promote efficiency when it comes to energy consumption and just the overall use and functionality of the home. So they do use energy efficient HVAC systems, they do have the low E windows, and they also use advanced insulation inside of their home itself. And one final note for David Weekley is that these homes, while they do build them in master plan communities, they don't look like a typical row of homes like some of the builders are out there. So there are some communities from builders, you go in there and you can see just about every other house looks the exact same. They use like 3 different colors and it's very cookie cutter and very plain. David Weekley is not that builder at all. They really do have, a care and quality to them. So as you go through their communities, they all look very similar. Of course, you can tell that it's a David Weekley house, but they're not all the same exact colors and the same layout and designs. So they really do a good job at making the variations of the elevations and making sure that the houses don't look all the same and identical. Well, I hope that really helped you guys understand who David Weekley is as a builder. I know it's a lot of information, and if you're considering David Weekley as a builder, it's one of those builders that I'm always going to recommend if it's on your list of home builders to look at. They really do build a quality product when it comes to their homes, and they really do also seem to take care of their customers and even their employees for that matter on all different fronts here. So David Weekley, while you're not going to get a lot of crazy upgrades with their houses, they also do have a lot of standard finishes that are options from the other builders. So with this, David Weekley again is a fantastic builder, and if you're considering one of their houses, let me know so I can set up some time for us to go explore them further and look at their plans in person, because again, nothing beats going to look at these builders in person and seeing the quality and craftsmanship for your own self. So if you happen to have any further questions about David Weekley or buying a new construction house, or if you would like some help finding that perfect new build for your family, please again do not hesitate to reach out to me. I've got all of my contact information down below and I would love to help you guys out. But with that, thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and like this video, and while you're there, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you won't miss another video that I push out there onto the channel for you guys. So thank you one last time. I hope you guys have an incredible day, and I can't wait to talk to you guys here soon.